Hello and welcome to my Brit West Journey. I'm Chris Lapp and I'm delighted to be joined online by pro wrestling's anarchist, Billy O'Keefe. How are you doing this evening, Billy?
Oh, very nice, yeah. Good, how are you?
I'm good, yeah. I'm still getting over a cold, so if I'm a bit sniffy, I'll try and cut out as many sniffs as I can. But I've just had this cold for like 2 weeks. I can't get rid of it.
All right,
I feel like, I feel okay myself. Just a bit snotty. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's just like the time of year. I think it's changed. But,
yeah, that's it.
yeah, so Billy has joined us to discuss his year so far, what he's doing in the future, and to do his card of people he's worked with, which is going to be fun. Me and Billy train together, which is kind of weird. I think it's coming up. I think you're only like the fourth person I've trained with, so it's going to be fun.
How else have you done?
I had Charlie and Arjoel did the other week because somebody else had to pull out. I've had Sean stroke Pete has been on.
Oh yeah, they were on.
Yeah, Pete was on. It was earlier, so it's good. Cool. So how's your 2023 been so far, I think? So
Really good, yeah. I've sort of like back end of last year started getting a couple more bookings, like two new companies, and that sort of carried on into this year. So been busy so far.
Yeah, lots of debuts. It looks like like Stockport Plaza against the EJ Walsh.
Oh yeah, that worked on sure.
Yeah, it always looks like a fun show. I keep saying to Rachel, we need to go, but she's like, "Where's Stockport?" I said, "I don't know. It's near Manchester somewhere." The way we'll have to do one in the summer holiday so we can get back really late and it won't bother the kids.
Well, normally do one a year, but the book and Nigel were talking to me about is on about trying to do a couple more. So start with 2 and then build it up. So
that's odd. Yeah, and you landed no wrestling. He was against Haystack Studio. He looked like a big boy.
Oh,
so it's like,
yeah. Landed no. He's not actually Haystack's grandson, I don't think.
No. But yeah, he looked like a big boy. So it's like, how do you find facing the larger people? So it's like, how's your style?
Sometimes I prefer it, especially if I'm working face. It's very easy to get the crowd behind me when I've got a massive guy throwing me about.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to stay out of his grasps.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why everybody likes working with Arjoel. The training. He's so small, he can just throw him about and he doesn't mind getting slammed and stuff.
It's nice when occasionally I'm the bigger guy and I get to do the power moves.
Yeah. Yeah, that I don't know if you're there, that when he was the dummy for everybody doing body slams and it was like his favourite training ever. He got like 10 body slams in a row.
Yeah.
I can get body slam once, I think, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to pick 10 in a row if I can help it.
Yeah, I get people go, does it hurt? I said, it doesn't hurt. It kind of just takes the breath out of you. So it's like, for a second, it's like you win.
If you take enough of them, it'll hurt.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. So people seem to think that there's this big pad underneath us. It's pad's about this big. It's not really padding either. It's just fluff.
I've worked in rings with barely any padding. Not nice.
No, it's not. And this weekend you're making your debut for Tidal, I think.
No, I've done a match there already.
All right, so.
Yeah, I had about 2 months ago. I had a match against Rarebit. Don't know if you've heard of him.
Oh yes, I did say yeah. So did you have masked Rarebit or non-masked Rarebit?
I had masked Rarebit.
Oh yeah, I like him.
And what? I were on his shoulders, and I moved his mask so he couldn't see, and then the rolled him up.
Oh, cool. So you won. Yeah, he doesn't lose very often. So he seems to be like champion in most promotions. He seems to be working in. So.
I'm not sure where else he worked. I know just PCW, don't they?
Yeah, Bolton Town Wrestling, I think. As well.
Yeah. Nice bloke behind the scenes.
Yeah, everybody is. You've been taking a couple of bookings down south, Pete's been telling us. So.
Yeah, it was actually the guy who runs a stock part shows, recommended me to LDN.
Oh, wow.
They're like a touring company, but they're mainly down south.
Mm-hmm.
They also have the one that I did in Llandudno. We're doing a couple more up north, which I think is why they're trying to get a couple more lads from up north. Sort of expand here a bit.
Yeah, sad. Who did you work with?
On which show?
Oh, yeah, the ones down south.
Chris Tyler.
Not familiar.
Alan Lee Travis.
Yeah.
Mentioned Harry Singh. Obviously, Jason Jacobs, aka is it A-Stacks Junior?
Yes.
Yeah, he gets a lot of good lads down there. It's a good place to work.
Yeah, it sounds like somewhere. If he gets up north, I'd love to go watch it. So,
Yeah.
I was looking through the cards before. It looks like a good show. So,
yeah.
So let's go right back. Who's your favourite wrestler? Let's give away your age. Who was your favourite wrestler growing up?
Growing up, see, I didn't really get into wrestling until I was about 12, 13.
Oh wow!
Initially, my favourite was Sin Cara, but that was only for about a month.
Yeah.
And then I think I leaned more towards Randy Orton.
Mm.
And then I started watching sort of TNA and old stuff, and then Jeff Hardy became my favourite straight away.
I think, if everybody I can interview like their 20s, or it's always Rey Mysterio or Jeff Hardy. It doesn't matter what era it seems to be. It's one of them two. So,
yeah.
Yeah, he's still one of our Joel's favourites. And Sin Cara, Isaac's obsessed with masked wrestlers, so he still loves Sin Cara, even though he wasn't the world's greatest luchador in WWE. But I think he loves all the figures. He's got masks and everything.
Okay.
I don't know what it just didn't seem to get the American style. Is it well, now he's gone back to Mexico? You can see what a good wrestler is, but the styles just didn't seem to mesh. I don't think. So,
yeah,
but it's fun. So what prompted you to don the tights to get in the ring yourself?
Just one day I'm driving and there were like a sign at the end of my street that just said wrestling training.
Yeah.
and it said and birthday parties or something like that. It was for UKW. They used to do birthday parties at the time.
Yeah.
And the training school were only about 5-10 minutes down the road from me. And yeah, thought I'd give it a go.
That's sad.
They were like pretty much straight out of like high school into college. I used to play basketball quite a lot.
Yeah.
But then once I'd left high school and I couldn't play it there wasn't really anywhere to play it. So I was sort of looking for a new sport to get into. Yeah, just fell into wrestling.
How did you find your first training sessions? How much did you hurt after it?
It was tough. I remember the guy who used to take him, called Danny Steele, is like a bodybuilder and that now. So he was dead into the fitness. Like a good hour of the first hour of the training session was just cardio.
Yeah. Wow.
Which I really enjoyed, to be fair.
Yeah, I enjoy Pete's first like 40 minutes now. Yeah, I didn't at the beginning because I wasn't.
Now you're a bit more used to him.
Yeah, well, when I started, I'd literally just got back to the gym and like with that March. Like I started in May, and I just started going back to the gym in March. So, so I was probably like in March. I was about 17 stone. By the time I got to start training, I was probably 15.5. So I'd lost a bit of weight, but I hadn't really got that fit. So yeah, it was a shock to the system. I think I could barely walk for 4 days after it because I don't think I've done a squat in my life. So when it's like do 40 squats, you're like, what?
It'll soon get you in shape though.
Oh yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I keep saying to people I can do quite easily now. Do like a half an hour, 5-minute spin class, but I still get knackered after a couple of minutes in the ring because it's such a different type of fitness.
Yeah.
So just cardio and just like, but it's something. I know. Yeah, I'm a lot better than I was. Yeah, this time last year I was getting knackered going upstairs, and yeah, I'm so much happier.
That's what matters, as long as you're improving.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I think I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, and I keep saying I wish I'd started earlier, but I don't think I've ever could really because I just love doing it with Joel. So it's like,
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would have kept at it if I was up by myself when I was probably your age. There was a training school locally when I was your age, whether I could have. So I don't have any wrestling friends. That's how I fell out of wrestling in my late teens, because I just didn't have anyone to watch it with or to talk about it with. And
Yeah.
It wasn't until mid-20s probably I got back into wrestling. So it's when Joel started getting back into it, about 2011.
Right.
So, yeah,
About the time I started watching, to be fair.
Well, he used to watch. I used to play Here Comes the Pain, and he watched him, tried to play it with me. That was like his introduction to wrestling.
Right.
Yeah, I kept buying the new games, but playing for like a month and thinking that this isn't as good as Here Comes the Pain. Go back to start playing Here Comes the Pain, because it's such a good game.
I've never.
Have you not played?
No. I'm not a massive gamer, really.
Oh, am I really? I like the wrestling games. I like football's manager simulation games. That's about it. So was Jeff Hardy who you was like smalled your star around when you started training?
Don't know. Over like maybe the past 2 years, I say it's got a little bit more like his style now that I'm more comfortable and I can take them, do them higher risks moves. But at the start, probably not. No, because I wasn't comfortable enough to start throwing myself off top rope straight away.
No, I've seen Joel try and do swantons, and so yeah, just needs a bit more confidence.
Yeah. You just got to have the confidence to go for it. If you're pulling back, that's when it's going to go wrong.
Yeah. Did you have it?
Throw your body.
Yeah, that's It wasn't even just I'm still not great at back bumps, but it is just having to just throw yourself into it, even though your brain's saying, "Why do you want to throw yourself on the floor?" Like, no. Why do you want to do that? Yeah, that's the bit I found, because I can do front bumps and flip bumps and side bumps. I'm only just getting used to doing a back bump. I think.
That's strange. I always think that'd be the easiest one to crack.
Yeah, that's why everyone keeps saying. I don't know why. But I keep I was kept landing on the top of my bottom of my back and the top of my arse, rather than on the top of my back. I don't know what it is. I think it is
extra bit.
Yeah, I think there's shooting in my brain saying, "Why do you want to do this?" It's just stopping me. But, yeah. Did you have an idea of a character, or did you have like a gimmick you wanted to do?
No idea.
No.
I only got the gimmick, the idea for the Anarchist, just as we came back from lockdown. I think before I just sort of went with whatever the promoter wanted to give me. It was just like, the high flying Billy O'Keefe or something generic.
Yeah. Yes. So how far before lockdown did you start training?
Started when I was 17, so about 6-7 years ago.
Oh wow.
When I first started, it was just like a bit of a hobby sort of thing. Like the place I worked at just did a show a month. I wasn't necessarily on every show, but I went to training every week. So eventually I wore on every show every month. And then I sort of not went off wrestling, but stopped turning up to training as much. And I was about 18, 19 then. So I was starting to go out drinking a lot, which was getting away from training, and then I just wasn't wrestling as much. And then it was lockdown that made me realise how much I missed it.
Oh wow.
Then as soon as we got back, I was like, right, I'm taking this serious. I'm turning up to training. I'm turning up to shows. I'm going for this.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, so you've had a great 3 years. Not 3 years, 18 months, isn't it? Coming up to 2 years since show started up again. So it's like,
more than 2 years now. Wow.
Yeah, I think it was around May, June 21, wasn't it? Or the show started again, I think.
Yeah, probably right.
Yeah. So I remember when, that first 2 months, I think we went to about 10, 12 shows because the kids missed live wrestling that much. It was like, oh, there's a Britannia show in Wrexham. Should we go to that? And it was like, we start going to TNT and Wrestle Island. Wherever there's a show, we were like, yes, let's just go because we've missed it that much. And the kids absolutely loved it. Yeah, Britannia were doing a show in a car park in Penniford. That's just it was part of a little festival.
Sure.
Like, it's just good. It's such a good show. Yeah, it's where you only have like 7 guys, but they do the first half. It's all singles matches, and then the second half it starts off as a singles match, but then everyone joins in and it turns into a 6-man tag, which sort of turns into a battle royal, and it's just like I love I love the way they set it up.
Sounds like the LDN shows, to be fair.
Yeah. It's Mega Slam wrestling. Have you ever been to Mega Slam? Have they been around you?
I did once have an opportunity to wrestle on Wrestle Slam.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But it were at the time when I wasn't really taking it seriously. I passed up the opportunity, but a bit stupid, really.
Yes, their formula is it's like singles match, the title match, then everybody interrupts the world title match, and that turns into a 6-man elimination usually.
Yeah,
and then the baby faces win. So
similar structure to LDN, the same sort of thing.
Yeah, they make a lot of money, so it must work. And Isaac loves it. I think Joel's a bit too old for it now, but Isaac absolutely. We went with him and his little my niece last time, and they both loved it. So my niece isn't even really that into wrestling. So take us back to your first ever show. So what do you remember about it? In hindsight, was the match any good, in your opinion, or have you been back and watched it?
I do have the footage somewhere. It's like privated on my YouTube. It were for UKW. It were in like pretty much like a half abandoned warehouse. It's where we used to train out of at the time before they've set up with like a big wrestling arena now. Where, the first match were against Leon Slater.
Oh wow!
Pretty much where he is now. We both just, I don't even know how old he'll have been. I was 17, so he'll have been must have been like 14, 15.
Yeah.
He was still doing 450s and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
UKW is the one that has, is it Genesis on YouTube? Is that their show? Yeah. I watched that a couple of times.
Got Genesis, and then, which is like their, sort of like their developmental B show sort of thing. And then they've got Showdown on Fridays. Yeah. Which is where like they have the world title and stuff.
That's it. Yeah, I've watched Genesis a couple of times. So,
I think I've had 2 matches on Genesis.
I think that's the first time I saw J-Ro wrestle.
Oh
yeah.
So
when he turned up to train, I was like, oh, I know you.
I reckon
I think why I started. I think it just got suggested in YouTube. I was like, okay, give that a go. So
there's some good guys there. I think over next sort of couple of years, you're going to see more guys come out of UKW.
Yeah.
Sort of break out more onto independents like Ireland and other shows like that.
Definitely. What about going forward? Have you got like a wish list of people you want to face or promotions you want to work for?
The list is endless, really.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the biggest dream match at the moment that's like possible. Probably like Pac. So he does cause over here every now and again, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I'd really like to wrestle Pac. He's in my top 5.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. Like to have another match with Leon at some point.
Yeah, he's over here sometimes. I think he's for TNT quite a few times recently.
Yeah, he does a couple of. He's done a match or 2 at Tidal as well.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, across over there, but yeah, it should be cool to. Obviously, with him being my first match, I ain't wrestled him since just before COVID. It'd be cool just to, sort of see what stage we're at and how the match is different now.
Yeah, definitely.
We're both completely different wrestlers to when we last wrestled. We're both basically just trainees off time of the match.
Mm-hmm.
but now we're both, well, him more than me. He's getting it out there. Obviously, progress, and I've seen
he's everywhere now. Yeah.
Got to
I was gonna say he's everywhere now. Every card I look at, it's got Liam Slater. Like
every time I open my phone, yeah, 40 years.
About promotion wise, have you got like not like a wish list of promotions? Have you got like any goals you want?
Yeah, like big ones probably like Progress, Repro, TNT in Liverpool. That they look like a good promotion. I'd like to work for them.
Oh, they're really good.
Yeah, but like they've got good shows.
We used to get at Ignition all the time. They're like the family show.
Right.
We just as the purse strings had to, because they do a monthly show. It was getting hard to justify going every month to it, because it's like £40 for the four of us to go, and then once you throw in the bus fare and get a couple of drinks, it's best part of 80-90 quid. We just couldn't afford to go every time, but we have been a couple of times. Probably go a couple of times a year now.
Right.
But it's really good. And the extreme show. If you want to do anything a bit more hardcore, the extreme shows are always fun as well.
Hardcore wrestling, it really. I can appreciate it and I can watch a match of it and enjoy it, but I don't think hardcore is ever going to be my style. Do you know what I mean?
No, I think the listeners will know my views on deathmatch wrestling and stuff like that. I'm not really. I can see why people like it, but I can see it. I only really like it if it's the end of an epic feud, and the only way to end this feud is for them to actually basically kill each other. I can see why they'd want to do a deathmatch, but just because, because it's a deathmatch. My girlfriend saw. We went to Extreme Fields, like TNT's Extreme Fields last year, and we had the death match, and everything was like, she was like, oh, because they're smashing like light tubes over each other, glass was coming near us. I'm like, it's so dangerous. She didn't enjoy it at all. I was like, no. Yeah, but I was like, why do you want to get bleed and have so many cuts? You're probably going to get like 50 quid for this. Why do you want to do it that much?
I bet having a shower afterwards kills. You have to have a smashed glass all in your back and everything. God, no. Yeah, happening.
Have you seen the film The Wrestler with Mickey Moore? There's a scene. He has a death match in it, and there's a scene and he's in the locker room after it where they're picking all the glass out of his back and the staples out of his arm, and you're like, oh, why? I don't get it.
Do that. No.
People love it.
Talking to one of the lads on car journey down to LDN. He did a Lego match.
Yeah. Oh,
that's definitely something I will be doing. Have you ever stood on the never mind getting body slammed off. Throws what onto it.
Yeah, it used to be one of my go-to questions. Was what if your opponent went under the ring and he pulled out a bag? Would you want it to be Lego or drawing pins? And
drawing pins. 100%.
Most people say drawing pins, and I was like, but I've got a thing against being pierced. So it's like, I don't have but then I do want a massive bruise. There's just a difference.
No, Lego definitely hurt more.
Yeah. Were you at that Wrestle Island show where Jinner jumped off the top of the ladder? He's just set up a table and he poured pins and Lego on it. And,
oh my god!
And then Connor moved, and then he just jumped off the ladder and went straight through the table.
Oh no! I bet that sucked.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Wrestlers are really mental.
Mm-hmm.
I'll jump off most stuff, but stuff like that. It's like fire in that as well. I just don't get it. Why would you want to do
fire? Yeah. It's anything with glass as well. It's like, cause it's so unpredictable, glass. You don't know how it's going to smash. So it's like, I know sometimes they use safety glass, but I'm sure most people just go buy some light tubes because they're only like a £5 each, aren't they? So just
I work with glass like as my job.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had it smash over the top of me, and the sort of stuff that they would use, it still cuts you.
Yeah.
It's safety glass. It's not. It's not safe.
Definitely. Right, so if you're promoted for a day, promote an event. So use the wrestlers you've worked with, trained with, wrestlers associated to you as a way. If I give you a match type, you tell me who you put in that match.
Right, yep.
Cool. And as it's your card, every match can be 3-way, 4-way, 5-way, intergender. Throw a silly stipulation on. It's up to you.
Right.
It's your it's no budget on this. So who will be in your opening contest? Get the crowd excited.
Opening contest. Need some bit fast, flashy.
Mm-hmm.
Get the crowd warmed up. So I think we'll start. We'll have a 4-way.
Yes.
I'll put myself in there because I like being the opener.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Seth Rollins said, if I'm not in the main event, I want to be in the open match to set the standard. This is the standard for the evening.
So I'll put me in there. We'll have Bud. He's good.
He's brilliant. Turned heel at the weekend. Infamous.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's joined VGF, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. People still rave about the training match you used to have, and they all say, "I wish somebody had filmed it." I was like,
oh yeah, I wish someone filmed that.
Yeah.
Right, I've got 2. We'll have a big man in there. We'll put Rarebit in. Just not everybody's flipping about.
That's really fun.
Who else? Jackson Arrow. I don't know if you've heard of him.
No, it's not familiar.
The Isle of Wight wrestler.
Ah, cool.
But I've done a couple shows with him for NSAW, and he's really good. Yeah, so that's my opening card. Fatal 4-way. Me, Pud, Rarebit, Jackson Arrow.
Yeah, I can imagine, like, you all do your flippy stuff to start, and then Rarebit just takes you all out, and then eventually you all have to come in or beat him up, and then you all do your finishes on him. He rolls out the ring, and then you all stop battling each other. Yeah, I can imagine that's going to be.
It'd actually be a right match.
That'd be good. Yeah, I love it. What about a comedy style match?
Comedy.
Yeah, so for this, usually it's the decision whether to put 2 comedy wrestlers, or do you have a complete straight man with a comedy wrestler, or you just have a silly stipulation.
I'll put first guy, a wrestler called Gun Ho Muttley. He's done a few matches for like UKW and Blackheart and NSAW. I don't know if he's actually working much at the moment. I haven't seen him anywhere. But yeah, he's got quite a funny character, especially when he's heel.
Okay, cool. I'll have to look him up.
Who shall I put him against? He'll probably hate me first, but I'll put him against Sean Only. He can be the dead serious heel or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Cool. Your women's title match.
Women's title. Leonie Rose. I'll put her in there.
Oh, she looked great. I haven't had a chance to see her live yet, but what I've seen her on YouTube, she looks really good.
Yeah. Good heel work, good character work. Alfie Rogue. If you've heard of her. We'll make it a triple threat. Who else? Harley, we'll put her in there.
Oh, yeah.
She's smashing it at the moment. She's winning every title.
Oh, she's amazing. Yeah, she seems to have found. She's the one who seemed to have found this confidence over lockdown and came back and just smashed it. So,
right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I haven't really seen much of her work, to be fair, but she's all over my newsfeed. Same sort of thing as Leon. As soon as you go on there, she's booked somewhere.
Yeah, she's everywhere. She's amazing.
That's the women's title match.
Yeah, that's a really great match. Oh. Your mid-card title match, so it's like your workhorse title. So.
Mid-card title. Will have Lance Rivera.
Yes.
Against. He predominantly works heel, doesn't he?
Yes.
I
think only Wrestle Island he works face.
All right.
I think, I don't think he hasn't actually changed his character in any way. Just the crowd start cheering him now, so he's still he's still an arsehole.
Sometimes it happens. You're so good at being a heel, people just love you for it.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Basically.
And we'll put him against Joe Cedric.
Ooh, I've heard the name. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen. He's a UKW guy as well.
Yeah. He's only a young lad. I think it's about 18, 19, but I can see him doing bits in future. So
yeah.
we'll put him with Lance at mid-card.
Yeah, Lance is amazing. Cool. Okay, so this is your hardcore Extreme Rules match. So this could be anything from 24/7 styles, comedy stuff, straight up to death match.
I know J-Ro mentioned to me he really wants to do a death match.
Everybody wants to do one death match. Everyone keeps saying, "I'll do one."
One and done. Yeah, I think he'd kill it in a death match.
It'd be fun.
It was like a proper deathmatch wrestler I could put him against.
I think you've worked it. You got like Big Joe, you got Alton Thorne. I think you've worked with. Clint Margera. What's his name? I interviewed him. I'm crap with names. I'm crap with names, and now I'm getting into an industry where everybody has two names. So I'm like,
I hate that. I just learned the working name.
Yes, I've only just got used to calling Pete. He's just been Sean to me for 5 years, and now having to call him Pete. It's took me so long.
I'm easy. I'm just Billy O'Keefe. I couldn't think of a name when I first started, so I just kept it. And so I can't bother changing it now. Come on, deathmatch wrestling. I must know someone.
Jenna.
There's never been that many death matches on shows that I've done, to be fair.
No.
I'll tell you what, I'll put him against Alan Lee Travis.
Yeah.
LDM world champion.
Ah, cool.
He'd do a good death match.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Cool. Your tag teams, how much?
Tag team. Wow. Act 2.
Yes. Everyone puts them on at the moment.
I don't know of many tag teams, to be fair. A lot of guys are a bit more like singles guys that occasionally do tag teams. I'm trying to think of solely tag team wrestlers.
Many on the British scene. I'm trying to think who you've worked with as tag teams.
Yeah. We'll have them against the Society.
Yeah, do that.
Mainly work NSAW, but I've worked them at UKW before, and just started doing a few blackout shows as well.
Oh, so
yeah,
cool.
So like
I have to look them up.
A goth gimmick sort of theme. Yeah,
that sounds fun.
tag match.
It sounds like a good contrast in styles as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Rachel calls Act 2 the Tambourine Boys. So,
Yeah.
Okay, that's your main event.
Main event. One of the best people I've worked. Probably Paul Hubris. He's UKW World Champion at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I had a match with him a couple of months ago. It's probably one of the best matches I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put him in.
Yeah, I was meant to interview him, but then he got called. He went over to America to do some training. So I'll have to get back in touch with him. So.
He goes over to Rhodes Academy. Trains there.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. He's going to the factory.
Yeah. We'll put him against Leon. He's in every other main event. Might as well be in there.
Yes, that'd be a great card.
That's a decent card, is that? I'd go watch it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, it's good. It's like Northwest versus the rest of the world as well. Not the rest of the world, the rest of the UK type of thing. Yeah, it's a good mixture of the whole country as well. It's really good. So cool. So where can people see you in the near future?
You what, sorry?
Where can people see you in the near future?
Well, this weekend I'm at PCW, and then that's in Blackpool on Saturday. Then Sunday I've got back to Tidal, facing Isaac North. You've probably seen him.
Yes, I've seen lots of times. Yeah. I've never seen him get
beat.
What?
I should have put him in my card. I'm missing people out. And I'm looking forward to that match. That'll be another sort of little man, big man. That'll be a good match.
I don't think I've ever seen Isaac get pinned. I've seen him get disqualified. I think that's the only way I've seen him ever lose. I don't think.
Okay, I'll be pinning him on Sunday. I hope.
Oh, cool.
I've just
got a tournament at PCW. I think of a different show.
You what? Sorry.
Is there a tournament this weekend at PCW? Is it?
I'm not sure. It looks like quite a long show. I know it starts at like 12, and I think it's technically two shows that they're recording or something.
Yeah, I think they tend to record the Blackpool shows for the TV show, so you can be on telly in the near future. Is that the show that's got Shug Dunkerton versus Joey Hayes on? I've seen that being advertised. So
it might be.
That'd be a good match.
Might be. I just got a booking for UBW yesterday.
Oh, cool. Unstoppable. Unstoppable or Ultimate?
Yeah, Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've been trying to book me for a while, but every time they've messaged me, I've been booked for another show. But finally get to go there.
Yeah. Lance raves about them. So it's on Lance raves about them. Lance Rivera.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, he loves them. I keep saying I will go. Next time you're at Turf Moor, we'll go.
Back at Ireland on 9th. Look forward to that.
Yes, I can't wait.
Yeah, I don't know if I've got there yet, but where else will I be? I can't look without looking at my calendar. And I know that Blackheart shows should be back soon. I think they're on about starting back up in April. We've had a bit of trouble with Ring. I don't know the full ins and outs of it, but I've heard April. So fingers crossed for that.
You still their champion, or you? Yeah. Oh, cool. So I wasn't sure to introduce you as the Heart of the Black Heart, or whatever it was.
Not defended it this year yet, but
are you including that year as part of your reign, or are you gonna take it out because the show is going on?
Yeah, I've got the title.
Longest reigning champion of all time.
Yeah, I can't be because Ellis Barker had it all through COVID.
Oh.
So he's got like a 2-year-long reign or something.
Yeah, it was interesting because some places went, okay, as soon as COVID started, we froze the titles, and they took 18 months off people's reigns and stuff, and then some places went with a fresh restart, give everybody new titles, and
yeah,
so it's interesting what people were doing. So,
yeah,
cool. Cool. So before we go, do you want to promote your social media?
Yeah. So on Facebook, I think my full name on it is the Anarchist Billy O'Keefe.
Mm-hmm.
Then my Instagram is a bit of a weird one. It's not really related to wrestling, but it's _Billzo_. That's just like my nickname with my mates. So then at Billy OK18 on Twitter.
That's yeah. I'll put links in the description if anybody wants to go follow you. So I've really enjoyed speaking today. I'd love to have you on again in the future. That was a lot of fun. So,
Yeah. I've had fun, mate.
That's good.